Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Today, we're going to be talking about free Amazon, FBA, UK, and other places support. So I've set something up. This was last week. It is now fully kind of functioning. It's all systems go and all that sort of stuff. So I'm going to take you through a little bit about that today. Now, first, make sure you are subscribed. Little subscribe button, turn on notifications, little bell next to it, and that means you can get notified when I go live, when I upload, especially for my giveaways. So I will give away our PayPal people up to £25 3 times a week. This week, a little bit different. I'm away for the week, so can't do as much this week, but hey, you're going to have to deal with it. But make sure you are subscribed for that. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. That would be really appreciated. Lighting's not very good today, but do you know what? Nah, we're not going to worry about it. But yeah, so if you guys don't know, I purchased a Facebook group a week ago, probably about a week ago. It had about 1,200 members at the time. It's got about 1,300 now, and the reason for buying that Facebook group is because the person was going to close it. So the person that ran the Facebook group was not able to spend the time to moderate it and kind of keep up with it. However, I do have the time, and it's in my best interest to do so. So what I did is I offered that person money for the group. Now, they accepted, I got the group, and I was like, okay, cool. So how can I make best use of this group? I know, and you guys will know, that if you give value up front, if you give mad value, then you will get mad returns, okay? So I was like, wow, okay, I'm going to hire someone to answer questions. And I managed to find someone that doesn't work there anymore because I think there would be a conflict of interest, but they used to be an FBA specialist for the UK and the US for Amazon, and used to work at seller support as well, so like general seller support queries. So this person is probably the most qualified to answer questions about Amazon, just under Amazon themselves, okay? So this person is probably the most qualified out of anyone I know, because they have, they've seen the manuals, they've seen the training, they know exactly what to do, and they do really know what they're talking about. So I offered them, basically we're I guess on a trial at the moment, but I'm going to continue doing it because they're doing a really good job. But her name is Anne, and what she does, she's operating in 2 of my groups. I actually only asked her to do 1 group, but she's doing both. So hey, I'm not gonna be annoyed at that. But hey, if she needs a bit, if she needs to scale it up or scale it down, then that's down to her. But first employee going well. And what she is doing is going through pretty much every single post and every single comment, not on a daily basis, because again, you don't want to work 7 days a week, but nearly a daily basis, and just answering questions that maybe haven't been answered, or that are the wrong answer, or they just need a little bit more elaboration, okay, need a little bit more help, a little bit more support. So that's what she's been doing for the past few days, and it's been fantastic. I've seen some really good interaction on the groups, and one of the big things that I wanted to do is the group that I purchased, which had 1,200, it'd be good if it had 12,000, 1,200 members. There was very low engagement on the posts, and people were asking questions and they weren't getting answered in either a timely manner or with answers that actually were really, really super helpful. It was kind of like very vague answers. So this is the reason why I wanted to do it. I want to get more engagement in this group, and from that, with that mad value that I'm giving out, in return, I will get probably more income, okay? So the way it's going to work, and if you're in this group and you're new to the channel, then I'm completely honest with what I do and why I do it. This is a business for me. So I'm going to share my screen, guys. I'm going to share it. I'm going to share the old screen here and just show you the groups, right? And show you what I've done in the groups, because you might want to replicate the exact same thing. If you are in the Shopify, great for Shopify, by the way. If you're in the Shopify niche, then go and find a group and try and buy it. Okay, try and buy that group, and then you can monetize it, because you might know how to monetize it more than the person that's actually running the group. So here we go. Let's have a little look. Okay, cool. So this is the actual one that I acquired, Amazon FBA UK sellers. It's going to be in the description for you guys if you do want to join it. As you can see there, 1,300 members. So yeah, we're gaining about 100 a week, which is pretty cool. And the first thing I did is I wanted to look at the sidebar. Okay, so the big thing here is the description. There was nothing in the description. So let me actually show you what I put in here so you can have an idea. And I'm actually going to read this out because it might be useful for you. So Amazon FBA UK Sellers Group. This is also pinned to the top. What this group is for. So this group is for anyone looking to sell or currently sells on Amazon.co.uk using FBA, private labeling, and retail arbitrage. This group is for us to share knowledge, share our own experiences and failures, as together we can learn from each other, meaning that we will all be far more likely to succeed. This is the interesting part. You can tag and docs in any post related to process and procedure regarding FBA in the UK and USA. She's an FBA specialist who used to work at Amazon and is here to support our questions. She can also help with general seller support queries. Really good. And then just a few things about not spamming and all that sort of stuff. Now, here's where the call to action comes in, right? So if someone actually reads this, they're going to get my email address if they want to ask me a specific question, and they're going to get some links. So why am I doing this? Okay, the reason I'm doing this is because one, it will create interest, and two, it will create leads, which will then eventually equals sales. So I've got my link to my Amazon course twice, so really pull attention to it in capital letters. Then my social links and all my my own personal products, and then resources, so basically some affiliate links. So that will earn me some money, but the really key thing is here, I want people to subscribe to me on YouTube. So whenever I do a YouTube video that's Amazon related, I'm going to post it in the group. So that will drive people to my YouTube page, which will then in turn drive sales in the future, or just help people out. If it helps people out, then cool, then brilliant. But if they end up being a customer, that's going to be even better. Now, do you think I can convert 5% of those 1,300 members? So 1,300, right? And 5% of that is 65, okay? If I can convert 5% of those to the Amazon course, okay? So 65, oh shit balls. 65 times 400, that's a 3, 495, that's £32,000. Okay, £32,000, and for those of you that are interested, it is $42,000. So if you think I can convert 5%, which I think is reasonable over the space of a year, then yeah, I could essentially buying this group could make me that much money, but also help these people out. And that, I think that's a low estimate. Over the space of a year, converting 5% of those, I think is pretty reasonable. So that's what we've been doing. As you can see there's a lot more engagement now. If I was to go back maybe a week or so, the engagement gets a lot less, but we can see people in here kind of having results. You can see Anne just kind of commenting there, introducing herself. So what I've seen recently is a lot more people commenting and being engaged. And this is fantastic because my other group that I have, which is the Amazon UK group, there's always been really good engagement because a lot of these people came from YouTube. So, these people, I know they're engaged. So loads of engagement on this. What I wanted to do is get more engagement on the other one. And eventually, I don't know if you can merge these together. It'd be cool if I could merge them. But at the beginning, well, I'm not really fussed about it now. So the other thing that I am doing, how can I show you this? I think it's edit group settings. So this is something that you can do yourselves. First of all, link your page. You can also link other groups, but ask questions. So when anyone wants to join this group, I am asking them a question, okay? It says, please enter your email address to get instant access. It's not asking the question, it's requesting them to do something. Now, why is this important? By collecting someone's email address, I am then able to send them offers in the future and send them updates in the future because they're giving me their email address, right? If they want the free content that's in the group, if they want the access to the FBA specialist on a constant basis, if you want all that support, then you just got to leave your email address. But also, it does a second thing. It stops people spamming, which is brilliant. So in the other group, I've done a very similar message, sort of like a split test, I guess. Let's go to the top. Sort of like a split test, and I will show you this, guys. Cool. So I've said, to prevent spamming, please can you enter your email address, and you will be accepted into the group. So that's a little bit different, okay? And the reason I've done that is because in this group, I've seen a lot more spamming. So I was accepting people in, and they would automatically go in there with a spamming post about trying to sell their whatever the hell it was, or some affiliate marketing thing. And it's a pain in the ass, and probably that's why the guy that was an admin before was getting annoyed with it, because there was lots of it happening. And that does happen in groups, okay? That does happen. And you can just click off and you can block them, and you can block them from any other group that you are admin of. However, to put this block in place, that person has to enter their email address. And hey, if they start spamming, then I might just start spamming them. So, you know, it's something that I can do. This is going to basically stop people from entering into the group. Now, they can still enter email address, but I feel personally that they're far less likely to if they are just going to spam the group, or if it's just like some auto kind of thing, or I don't even know. But that's working pretty well. I've collected a few email addresses in the last couple of days by doing that. I'm not kind of doing anything with it at the moment. I'm just going to keep them and store them until I figure out what I want to do with them. And probably it's going to be call to actions to follow on YouTube. If there's any particular videos, again, it'll be for that. If I upload anything special for them, then in the group, then it will be for that as well. Or if I need to send files to people. So that's generally what that's going to be for. But for you guys that are thinking, well, how is this useful to me, right? Well, first of all, you can get some free Amazon support, so completely free. And lots of people really require this as a new seller, or someone that's not actually selling at the moment, because you want to be able to get hold of someone that really knows what they're talking about with Amazon. And that's obviously, you can do that with me through YouTube, you can do it through these groups, you can do it through emails, but having someone that actually works there or worked there is actually invaluable. It's really, you know, it's a great thing to be able to leverage. So I would say, guys, make sure you join those groups. Ask any questions, introduce yourself, and look in the files section on the left-hand side, because I've put loads of files in there that will help you as an Amazon seller, which will be really, really good. The other thing, so how can this help you as maybe an affiliate marketer? You can do exactly the same thing with other groups, okay? Just make sure you set it up to monetize it. Everything you do on social media, think about how you can monetize that platform, because people are doing it, and if you're not doing it, you're actually just missing out. Because if you're providing good value and you're providing services that people will like, then you will generate income from that. I've gone a little bit further, and I've actually employed someone to support as well, and that's something I'm actively paying for, and there's going to be no immediate return on that. I'm just taking a punt, and I just think that it will pay off. But hey, it might not. So you can try and buy Facebook groups. You can try and build Facebook groups. But if you're doing either or, if you're building or buying, make sure you set it up correctly. So have, you know, your keywords in the description, have call to actions, have links in the description, have value, have extra ways people can reach out to you for support. Make sure that you link your own personal page, link other groups that you have that may be useful for people that are in that group. Make sure that you ask questions to get approved to the group. Get people's email addresses, because that can be invaluable in the future. One email address could be worth a lot of money to you, because all that person has to do is buy something either through your affiliate or a digital product of yours, or book a coaching call, and you know it'll be worth it. You can, of course, have moderators and things like that. I haven't got any moderators because I do it myself, but if you have time constraints, then it would be maybe worthwhile having a moderator or a couple of moderators in the group to just keep an eye out for spam. But if you were to kind of implement the things that I've just shown you here, you won't get as much spam, because the group's going to be helpful, and it will kind of self-police itself as well. I do have people report posts for me, and that will give me a notification and say so-and-so has reported this post, which is super helpful. People wouldn't do that if they weren't engaged in the group and they weren't using it. But okay, so that's today's video, guys. That is today's video, guys. What are we speaking about the rest of the week? We've got some cool stuff coming for the rest of the week, which is pretty nice. I shall do a kind of earnings update as well, and a few giveaways, because I need to catch up from this week. But if you've enjoyed this video, guys, give it a little like. Make sure you do join those groups if you are into Amazon. And of course, the first link in the description is the full Amazon course. If you really want to get started, that's going to be the best way to do it. But if I don't see you tomorrow, then I'll see you the next day. But I will see you tomorrow, because I'm going to upload a video tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.